We are obsessed with our own potential, the grand visions, the life we could have. We build entire empires in our minds, yet our hands remain perfectly clean. When you see someone perpetually trapped in the planning phase, it rarely comes down to laziness. It is a psychological trap, a mechanism of self-preservation. First, we medicate ourselves with illusions. When you vividly imagine a successful outcome, the brain doesn't always distinguish between the fantasy and the reality. It releases dopamine. You experience the quiet satisfaction of the summit without ever taking a single step up the mountain. The fantasy itself drains the urgency to act. Then, there is the terror of the attempt. We hide our fear of failure behind the guise of perfectionism. As long as you keep the idea in your head, the dream remains pristine, untouched by the ugly, humiliating reality of failure. To actually act is to risk destroying the myth of your own greatness. So, you protect the ego. You do nothing. So, we wait. We tell ourselves we are waiting for the right moment, a complete fiction invented by an anxious mind. We calculate every variable. We overanalyze every possible path until the sheer weight of thinking crushes the will to move. The mental exhaustion is very real, but the actual work hasn't even begun. At its core, this is a crisis of identity. The subconscious will always sabotage actions that contradict how you secretly view yourself. If deep down in your shadow, you believe you are undisciplined or incapable of seeing things through, your mind will ensure your actions match that reality. Real execution requires killing the person you are right now to become someone else. And most people are too afraid to pull the trigger. We become addicted to the idea of the work rather than the work itself. Real progress is agonizingly slow. It is repetitive. It is unglamorous. It is much easier to sit in the dark, romanticizing the genius of your unmade art or unbuilt life, than to face the mediocrity of your first attempt. Having the dream isn't special. Everyone has the dream. The tragedy is the refusal to suffer the reality of execution.